A very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Happiness Country Club, where we are about to get into the final round of the Gwangnamilbo Happiness Open. It's been a very exciting time for us. We've had two fantastic rounds, and right here at the Happiness Country Club, where we get through the human course and the happy course. Just love those names. We will find out today in a very tight contest who will actually claim the top spot in the inaugural event. Now, this is a new event that's been added to the KLPGA calendar. It's a very tight contest. Park So-hai, who's got a 10 under and is joint leader, will tee off for hole number 10. It's very well done as she starts off. Oh, that's a very, very near call, if you ask me. Up next, it's going to be, well, Bang Sil. She tees off, beautifully done. Do love watching her in action. She's such a lovely, well, golfer to watch. Brimming with talent. And I must say that she has some of the finest, expression that I have seen in a golfer.
카트가 굴렀어.
And what we're looking at right now, of course, is, well, yesterday's event where she had an absolutely, great moment here, Kim Na-young. She's going to tee off now for hole number 10. She's got a 9 under in there. I did notice, of course, Kim Na-young, like a few of the other golfers, has got a knee guard on, or knee brace, just to kind of ease the pressure. Well, with all the bending and the squatting, I don't know when's the last time that I squatted. When I go to play a round of golf, I kind of eyeball things from a standing or bending position, but Lee Shu-ying goes up next. She's been very impressive with her red ribbons. Absolutely marvelous. And she's a joint leader too with, that 10 under. What a fine talent she is. 4 birdies in there today and 1 bogey. She's a young girl, just about 20 or 21 if I'm not mistaken. Made a splash in the Chinese LPGA last year. And then, of course, worked hard to actually get to take part in the KLPGA by, winning the challenge event they had. And that's another fine move here. And now we are talking about how, well, our golfers are beginning to shine slowly. That's slightly tapped in. Jungmin doing just about what is needed. Jung Ji-yo got an 8 under, second stroke for hole 11. She was fantastic yesterday. Looked lovely in her red attire as well. I was about to say costume. Been watching a bit too much of children's fancy day, events in the last couple of weeks. Just kind of got used to that. Kim Na-young onto her second stroke for hole 10. She's been fairly impressive, and look at the fact that she's still with that 9 under. And here we are looking at, pretty much the top order. I said this was going to be a very, very tight contest, and it certainly is. Anyone's guess as to who can really claim it. Fairly well done by Kim Na-young. She'll have to work for that birdie, but I think she's got herself into a fairly safe position for the time being, and I think that smile will say it. Decently placed, I would believe. Lee Shu-ying tees off for hole number 11. She's now one of the front runners here. And she's got a sweet smile there. Absolutely love her. She's such a talented golfer. She's put on such a fantastic performance here today. And that's what you really need to see, from a golfer. Somebody who really values a presence in the KLPGA. I mean, everyone does, but nice move there. But Bang Chin-sil just got herself into a bit of a worry. Into the rough, I would believe. Well, that's going to draw close, but this is going to be good enough. I think that's a big question to be asked. Jung Ji-yo. And a gentle tap-in should sort it out. Very somber today in white. Another wonderful golfer to watch in action. Spells sheer class. Good amount of elegance, in her style and play. Up next, Cho Hai G2 will tee off for hole number 1. Just a bit of chill that she will get. Bangsun Sil, remember she got herself down that slope. Well, needs to get out of it. She's just going to gauge, the distance. She's going to gauge, well, how exactly it's going to pan out. And I think that that's the important part for, somebody like Bangsun Sil. Really gets herself into a rough spot. But somehow on that final day, there's always going to be challenges presented. And we know that more than anything else. So Bangsun Sil, third stroke on hole number 10. She's got a 9 under. She has to avoid at all costs bogeying, well, any shots, because that'll really change things around for her. Well, fairly decent, but she'll have to work to keep that on par, because she can't afford to. She definitely cannot afford to, well, drop points here. And I think she knows that better than anyone else. Now, Kim Na-young's going to find out what could be her destiny. That's what you call perfect form. Well, just to keep yourself together, to be able to, well, drive that nice and hard. It's back to Kim Na-young. Kim Na-young will aim for birdie on hole number 10. That's a narrow miss for her. I think she'll have to finish with an even score here. That's well played. Everything the doctor ordered on a day like today, and while we get through that, let's a quick look at what we can come up with. Parks so high, will aim for birdie on hole number 10. Well, if she does nail this, she will go to the top of the heap. She's been very good since yesterday, had a fantastic outing. Just a narrow miss, and that sigh of having missed it just adds to the pain, as that ball's gonna, well, just disappoint her. Definitely not going out on a date with that ball. It certainly let her down there. It's one of the most beautiful things that we've seen in the KLPGA. Some of the golfers, the expression is just priceless. Here's Yugina, second stroke on hole 11. She's gone about her business in a very confident manner. It's been a hard day's work at the office for the last 2 days, and that is what you call literally flying the green big time. Well, she did make the landing nice and soft on the carpet before traveling a good distance. And I do believe that it's going to be a bit trying. Now remember, Kim Min-sol is in there as well. But here we have Lee Shu-ying, who's suddenly become pretty much the darling of the crowd. She's, well, been very impressive. Second stroke on hole 11. She's still carrying that 10 under. She's a joint leader. She's right up there at the top, actually. So Lee Shu-ying, Yu Gina, and Park So-hai. These are the three that are stuck at the top, followed by the tied fourths of Kim Na-young and Ban Shin-sil. Well, decently placed, not a bad approach shot at all.
그래도 할 수 있어요.
Well, do love these golfers. They always have a bit of joy. Always in good show. Hwang Min-jung, third stroke for hole 12. Was looking to finish that on par, which means she'll have to settle for. She'll have to settle for bogey, unfortunately. Park So-hai, well, she's had her moments, and I think that this is going to be a bit of an undoing for her. Well, she pretty much knew it when she went through the motions there just a while back. A gentle tap from her. That's going to painfully approach the destination. Park So-hai. Well, bogey's that, so she's going to drop down to, well, a tied third now. Lee Shu-ying. Chance here for a birdie for her. Bit of a challenge, but doable, and if she does... that ball definitely shy of the dark there.
들어가겠습니다.
Kim Na-young will tee off for hole 11. So straight there next to our flag bearers. I think she's just got on to, well, the rough big time there. Now here's Jung Ji-ho. Sparks are high, looking for redemption here. As she tees off for hole 11. Remember, it's a 350 meters. Well, to the destination. Yugina will finish on par there for hole 11, so she'll maintain her position for the time being. Bong Sil goes next. Well, that's well played by her. Well, so much to take, from all this. Might be a very interesting time. Lee Shu-ying and Yu Gin are still stuck at the top there in the tie third. Now you got Jong Yoon-ji, Kim Na-young, Park So-hye. It's all turning out to be a very, very interesting event, for us. And I do believe that there will be the opportunity for these golfers to rise up, do a little better. So interesting turn of events here, but there's still a lot to take, from what we can, do, and what we can't. All said and done, it's still going to be a tough call. So the Gwangnamilbo Happiness Open final round, well, has kicked off in a very, very strong manner. And I do believe that, well, there is much to take from it. Park So-hye onto her second stroke. Remember, she's still on that. She's on that 9 under after she dropped points in the previous bit. Decent enough placement for her. I think that should make her fairly happy. It's been a very interesting time here. If you just look at how things have panned out so far, you must keep in mind a few things. Well, as Bang Shin-sil gets ready for her second stroke on hole 11, she's still on that 8 under. She was right at the top of her game yesterday. Now, the Happiness Country Club, or the Happiness CC Open, being played right here in Najusi, Jeollam-do. I must say that it's a 1 billion Korean won event that has 696,917.50 USD as the prize money. That is terrific placement from Bang Shin-sil. The main winner will take home 180 million Korean won, or that's 125,436 USD. And as Lee Shu-ying gets ready to tee off for hole number 12, remember the second winner will tell this, or the runner-up will take home 110 million Korean won, that's 76,675 USD, while the third place will take home 80 million Korean won, or that's 55,763.50 USD. So that's quite a tall order, and I do believe that there's a lot that our golfers can take from it. Kim Na-young, second stroke on hole 11. Oh, very well placed. Very, very well placed. Yugi now will tee off for hole number 12. Hana Ryum will tee off this time. That's a well-driven ball shot, and that's the first hole that she's working on. Time for Kim Na-young to push one through. He'll aim for birdie on hole number 11. It's going to be a bit of a tough call, I do believe. Gwangnamilbo aims for birdie on hole number 13. Well, she needs to get herself up and running here. Just a narrow miss. I think Park So-hai will be, well, just a little bit troubled. Once again, just missed out on that. Should be happy to just clean that up.
뒤만 봐.
Jibon will go next. Well, gauging the exact position is so important for Bong Sil. She aims for birdie on hole number 11. It's going to be a narrow miss for her. Yugina, second stroke for hole 12. Park Soo-young will go next as she aims for birdie on hole 13. And that's a fine finish for her. Lee Shu-ying will aim for birdie on hole number 12. Still a chance for her to uplift herself from that 10 under, go to 11 under and claim the top position. So Lee Shuing will have to let that pass for the time being.
들어오시면 안 돼요. 들어오시면 안 됩니다.
고맙습니다. 멈춰주세요. 앞에 멈춰주세요.
So the fine exodus continues right here at the Happiness, Country Club. It's been a very interesting time for us. Kim Na-young getting ready to, tee off. Do remember that in the last event, which was the Sangsangingan Open on the 19th of October, it was Lee Yulin who won it. It was a 1.2 billion Korean won event, but, failed to keep that momentum, or did not keep that momentum in this event. Kim Na-young will tee off for hole 12. It's a par 3 for the asking. Meanwhile, Lee Shuing is on hole number 13 as she tees off. It's a fairly tough hole. There are lots of hazards lurking around in the center of the 280-meter fairway. Dangerous to play. It's safe to aim slightly to the right of the fairway because the bunker on the left of the green poses a bit of worries here. Now Park So-hye is on to hole number 12. Remember, this one is the par 3 for the asking. Almost a level shot. The difficulty does lie in the pond and the bunker on the left side of the green, but she's aimed in the center, so I don't think it's going to be too much of a worry. And she's got it plumb right where she wanted it. Up next, it's going to be, well, Eugenia. And she'll tee off for hole number 13, par 5. Remember, 502 meters. I did mention this just a while back. This is a very tough hole. The attack range increases the difficulty of the green complex. It's a very, very difficult hole to maneuver through. Bangchen Sil will go next. She tees off for hole number 12 with the 6 iron. So Lee Shu-ying right at the top of the heap with the 10 under. Jung Yoon-ji, Yu Gi-na, Kim Na-young, and Park So-hye in tied second with 9 under. And then you've got Jun Yuri and the rest, of course, sitting right beneath that. Park Chu-young, Han Min-jeong, Kim Min-sol, and Mada Soma with 7 under. Kim Min-sol was one of the front runners yesterday, but today has posed or has had a few problems. Now, it's very interesting when you look at it. There's been not much of a change in the way that the structure, or more importantly, the conditions are. The temperature has been about 19 degrees Celsius. It's the same as yesterday. Wind speeds have changed. Yesterday it was about a 1.2, 1.8, and then it dropped to 1.2. Now wind speeds, started off this morning at about 4.8. It's down to 4.6. Fairly sunny skies. It's a beautiful day if you actually get out onto the course. And for an amateur, somebody like me, who's, well, a non-professional golfer, but would love to play a few rounds, it is a perfect day. You know, it's that kind of day when you really want to get out and play. I do believe the wind speeds are going to affect a lot of the golfers, and that's what's happening right now. So it's those who are used to playing in these conditions, or who do thrive, or who basically are, well, weather reporters in a way, who know the direction of the wind and how their shots carry. Well, they are the ones who are really shining. So let's find out. It's going to be a tight one, really tight. I thought it would be a lot more closer, but we are beginning to see that separation because many of the golfers have dropped off the grid at the top. Yesterday we had 4 or 5 of them tied at the top. So the leaderboard has changed a lot, and as we progress through the day, we'll find changes. Don't forget, Lee Shu-ying is one of the favorites to win now. All of a sudden, it'll be a phenomenal story to write, in the KLPGA if she does win an event this year. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. It's all open. The story has yet to be written, and we have yet to be a part of it. Yugina. Much is expected from her here. Jung Jio aiming for birdie on hole 13. She needs to get this right. Oh, wonderful. What a bit of joy here from this young lady. Absolutely wonderful. Lee Shu-ying with those red ribbons. Oh, she's just been flying with that. Second stroke for hole 13. She's currently the leader with the 10 under, with most of the others having dropped off the grid. And that's telling us a bit of a story. Win this event or not, she is here to make a statement. Bang Sun-sil aiming for birdie on hole number 12. It's going to be a bit of an ask for her. Jung Yoon-ji goes next. Park So-hye aiming for birdie on hole 12. It's a good chance to do something here. Up next, Sung Yoo-jin aiming for birdie on hole number 17. Oh, that's just going to turn away from the tin cup, and she knows it, so I think she can still pull it in together with a decent enough finish. Kim Na-young, chance for a birdie on hole 12. And what a narrow miss. She could have just been back up there at the top of the leaderboard alongside Lee Shu-ying. Oh, that has just turned out to be a little bit of a worry for her. Yugi now goes next. Well, she was flying yesterday, but today she's had to keep it between the navigational beacons.
굴러가지고 좀 괜찮을 것 같아요.
Jung Yoon-ji looking to finish on par for hole 16, where she's stuck with that 9 under. It's been an interesting round of golf for her. Yesterday, well, she was doing really well before she dropped off the grid, and I think she'll be, well, she's bogeyed that, so she's down to an 8 under, 2 more holes to play for. And she's definitely not happy. She had a decent day today. It's a good day at the office for her. Lee Shu-ying will go next. Lee Shu-ying with the 10 under, third stroke on hole 13.
오른발에 놓고 치면 돼?
오른발에는
알겠습니다.
앞에 가지는데?
저 앞에 막아주셔야 돼요. 잠깐만. 저기요. 볼. 볼.
조심하세요.
잠깐만. 저 안으로 좀만 들어가 주세요.
Function Silk. We'll tee off for hole 13. Remember, this is an extremely tough hole, 502 meters. That's what we're looking at. Up next, Kim Na-young. She's had a birdie on both previous rounds. So well played by her. Let's give you a little bit on the Happiness Country Club right here in Narjusi, Gwangnamilbo, where we're coming at you, well, live from. Now, 27-hole championship course was designed, of course, to delight players of all skill levels. It's really well maintained. The fairways has stunning natural surroundings, great amount of foliage, and it's nestled in the Gwangnamilbo countryside. You've got rolling hills and lush greenery all around. A very peaceful place, actually. Yes, park so high as she tees off for hole number 13. Remember, it's a par 5 for the asking. Now, there's a driving range and putting greens in case you do like to come and play here. You can hone your skills. And beautiful clubhouse, has a pro shop, spacious locker rooms, a beautiful restaurant, serves some amazing local and international cuisine. Remember, if you're a fan of tteokbokki like I am, you can get it anywhere and everywhere. The best I've eaten, of course, would be when I did travel to Jeonju, and that was really fantastic in this little restaurant that had 8 levels of spice. So Happiness Country Club has a beautiful restaurant, and you might want to, well, get to that clubhouse, or what we call the 19th hole. And while the lads, of course, would catch, a beer or something like that, the ladies normally opt for a frappe. Here's Sung Yoo-jin, second stroke for hole 18. She's carrying a 3-under score. Hasn't been the greatest day at the office for her, but definitely a chance to come up with something. Lee Shu-ying, that's a 4th stroke. And she'll keep that, well, with an even score here. I do love that. I always call them the Lego people, because when you have those drone shots, it really looks like that. The officials in there, along with family, friends, and fans who've turned up It's a long line of people. Absolutely wonderful drone shot given by a cameraman.
기다리겠습니다. 멈춰주세요.
Up next, Yugina, as she aims for birdie on hole number 13. And that just skips past the destination. One thing I do love about this course, of course, it's very, very tranquil. You know, just the sounds of water, the smell of the greens, the grass, the trees, the foliage, the flowers. It's very healing, and we kind of miss it when you're in city, you know, with all the city illumination, the pollution. But when you get to areas like this, it's just healing to be here for a few days. You don't have to do anything. And that's how fascinating it is. Well, that's nature, you know, at its best, in a way. Not so high. That's nicely done.
온다. 피해. 오, 많이 보였다. So interesting turn of events here as we're looking at it.
Very well played there. Park so high. She's going through just a little bit, I think, of a roadblock. Sometimes it's more a mental, block than anything else. Kim Na-young's also stuck pretty much there with that 9 under. She was flying high at one point of time. And the only golfer who seems to be, who has mind over matter for the time being, is Lee Shu-ying, but that could change. Decent placement from Kim Na-young as she approaches the tin cup. I should learn to wait for the ball to stop moving. Straight onto the shoulder there.
18 정도는 쳐야 돼. 그러니까 나는 컴 치면 괜찮을 것 같아. 아까처럼 안 날 거야. 아까 슬라이스만 그냥 핀 바로 보고 치고.
Bang Shin-sil really needs to do a lot better than she's been doing, and I think it's going to be time for her to try and dig a little deeper. Sung Yoo Jin is on to a third stroke for hole 18. Park Ju-young aiming for birdie on hole number 15. So Zhang Jio, she's been very impressive here today, and I do believe if she can, hold her own, she can do a lot. Junyu Ri goes next. She aims for birdie on hole 18. That's well played.
붙여주세요. 플레이했습니다.
Jung Yoon Ji goes next.
떨어지고 나서 의심되는 측정하면 돼. 네, 의심되죠.
거리가 돼요?
Park so high. It's going to be a bit of a tough ask here. Always knew that that was going to be a tough call because it was quite a distance to get through, and I think she was pretty much aware of that. So it's going to be interesting to see what she can do. Up next, of course, we've got
뒤 좀 나와주세요.
Lee Shu-ying. Second stroke for hole 14. And she's flown the green there.
조심하세요.
Sun Yu-jin looking to finish on par for hole 18. Jung Ji-yo will tee off for hole 15. It's going to be an interesting one for her here. She's going to go with a 6-iron. That's beautifully played. But I think just a bit too much of club on that as she sits on the shoulder of the carpet now. Up next, it's going to be Jun Yu Ri. Jun Yu Ri finishes with 8 under, 17 round 1, 17 round 2, and 68 in the final round. Well, she'll be happy with the performance. It may not be groundbreaking, but she's finished right up there, well closer towards the top. Jung Yoon Ji goes next as she aims for bogey on hole number 17. Hasn't been, well,
her tournament for certain. She's had a lot of worries yesterday and today as well. Meanwhile, Bang Chun-sil goes next. That's just going to sail past the destination. Lee Shuying. She knows that this is going to be a tough call. It's hole number 14. Oh, what a finish! What an absolutely wonderful finish as she birdies the 14th and she's up there to 11 under. 4 more holes to go and this young lady now is leading the pack. Well, that is amazing. As I said, it's going to be a story to write about in the KLPGA 2025 if she wins it. Now, just look at that. That is real finesse. A perfect chip. And that ball changes direction 3 times but finds its way through. I'm sure the ball likes her just as much as, well, the crowd's loving her today. Fantastic finish there from, well, Lee Shuying. And that's going to be probably one of the best shots of the tournament. Absolutely wonderful putt. Now, can Bang Chun-sil do the same as she comes off? Oh, Kim Na-young. Can she do the same? Well, I think she'll have to just tap that in for an even score. Park Joo-young, great placement from her, second stroke. Well, we missed out on seeing her in action, but she's been there. She's made her presence felt with that 8 under score. And I think that this is what really makes the difference when you have, well, golfers like Park Joo-young who turn up on the final rounds of most events. And while sometimes she's finished as runner-up, you know, she has won tournaments in the past. It's going to be time for Bang Chun-sil, well, to tee off. And she's going to, well, move that from hole number 14. It's been a very, very interesting, well, hole. Fairly easy tee shot, but you got to aim for the center of the fairways just to lower the difficulty for your approach shot. There's a bunker as an obstacle on the left side of the green. I think Bang Chun-sil has just been able to keep away from that. Kim Na-young will go next as she tees off for hole number 14. Well, I do believe that all the changes that are coming into play. It's time for our golfers just to rethink their strategy.
Park so high. Will tee off for hole number 14. Good bit of a wallop in that shot. Jungjio will go next. Second stroke for hole number 15. Remember, she's still on that 9 under.
Go. Go.
Well, if every single command from a fan would work like that, I would love it. Doesn't happen too often. But she's really been one of the stars of this event. Well, I think more importantly, not just the way that she's played, but the way she's carried herself, Jungjio. So Lee Shuying now right at the top there with 11 under. 4 holes to play for. Jungjio, Yugina, Kim Na-young and Park So-hai are just, well, in tied second. And they're on 9 under. So Lee Shuying is still a step or two ahead. And it's been a wonderful tournament for her so far. And I do believe it's going to take something really special for some of the golfers to get ahead of her in this event. I think it's been a wonderful showing from her and really something to talk about. Park So High, second stroke on hole 14. Lee Shuing going in with the 6-iron as she tees off for hole 15. Remember, she's carrying 11 underscore. Just a bit of punch in that. Nayong. Second stroke for hole 14. It's well played by her. Yugi now will go next. Hasn't really, tripped the light fantastic with her performances this year. But that is a fantastic placement from her. Absolutely stunning. And was just looking back, with Bang Shin-sil has won 3 events this year. Lee Won has won 3. Park Yun-kyung has won an event. So has Jung Yoon-ji, Roh Seung-hui. And then, of course, you've got, Han Jung-min, who's won 3 events too. But Yugina, well, she was looking to be one of the favourites here. That's a fantastic placement from Bang Shin-sil as well. So Bang Shin-sil, Hong Jun-min would be chasing their 4th win this year. And so would be Lee Yvonne. But Lee Yvonne hasn't been at the top of the game since the last few events. But on the 12th of October, Hong Jun-min won her 3rd event, which was the K-Food Nolbu Huami Masters. Park Chae-young, that's what I said, those expressions will just be the best you can ever see. Hong Jung-min won her first event last year, but this year it's been 3 for her. Mada Song, who had such a fantastic showing last year, winning 3 events, well, has really turned off the grid. Park Hae-jun was the golfer to watch the day before and yesterday. Today she's at 7 under, aiming for birdie on hole 13. And that's in. So she's up to an 8 under, and more power to her. It was a buzzer on the 4th hole and a bogey on the 6th. That was pretty much her undoing in this event. It would be wonderful to see her actually, come to the fore. Because the last time she won an event was, well, one that I was there for, which was the 6th of July, the Lotte Open. Now here's Park So High, aiming for birdie on hole number 14. Well played by her. Kim Na-young aiming for birdie here.
Bang Sil will now aim for birdie on hole 14. Oh, that's just going to sail past destination for her. Lee Shu Ying in for birdie next. Fairly good enough call for her. Definitely a chance to make this count. And that's well placed. Well, she may have missed out on a birdie, but she's still the leader there. And she's been in absolutely fine form. She's really enjoying this event. Jung Yoon Ji will go next. Looks to finish on par for hole number 18. And that would be pretty much, well, her day's event. She's had a fair share of, well, trials here. Finishes with 7 under, bogeys on the 16th and 17th. And she'll accept, well, things gracefully. Meanwhile, here's Jung Ji-ho, second stroke for hole 16.
어우 굿샷.
Hong Junmin, we missed a lot of her action today, but well, she's always around. Will be aiming for birdie on hole 15. That's beautifully done here by Park Hae-jun, second stroke for hole 14. So the leaderboard looking very different from where we started off today. There's obviously been a lot of changes. 18 degrees Celsius, and that's why you see most of the golfers with either a jacket, a waistcoat, or probably a windbreaker on, long sleeves as well. 4.4 the wind speed, so it can be a little chilly given the current temperature. Partly cloudy skies, so it's changed a little bit since the morning hours, and very interesting. Almost does it here. Nice gentle tap-in. So Lee Shu-ying still at the top there with that 11 under. Jung Ji-ho, Yoo Gi-na, Kim Na-young and Park So-hai with 9 under in tied second. They still have a chance. Jun Yoo-ri, Park Ju-young and Bang Sil
are in tied 6th along with Park Hae-jun with 8 under, and Jong Yoon-ji and Lee Ga-yong are tied 10th with 7 under. Of course, Jong Yoon-ji having finished today's event. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our final round coverage of the Happiness Country Club Open. My name is Glenn Mascarenas and I'm here to take you through the day right till the trophy presentation. Stay with me.
서주세요. 플레이할게요. 좀 이따 가세요.
Bang Sil gets ready to tee off for hole number 15. Well, I think she would have liked to have got it a little better straight off the shoulder rather than on it. And I think just a little bit of a concern there for her. Jungjio will look to finish on par for hole 16. Remember, she's got 2 more holes to play for after this, and that's slipped out. Just a bit unfortunate for her. Lee Ga-young will go next. It's always a change on the final day when second stroke for hole 15. Here's Kim Na-young. Jungjio will look to bogey the 16th. She drops to an 8 under. It's a bit unfortunate for her. Just a bit of consolation there. Comforting her was the caddy. Park so high. Second stroke on hole 15.
이거 다치면 어때? 괜찮아. 뒤에 공간 조금 있어.
이런 거 많아.
앞에도 좀.
거의 센터 쪽이다. 오케이.
Lee Shu-ying up next. Yugina, second stroke for hole 16. She's on 9 under currently. Kim Na-young will have to finish on par for hole number 15. That's exactly what she does. Park Ju-young aiming for birdie on hole 17. That's nicely finished. Got to keep it straight down there. Shouldn't be too much of a worry. Nicely done, and she always employs that. Kim Woo Jeong finishes with 3 under, 36 on the out, 38 on the in. She had well bogeys on the 16th and the 18th. Park So High, she's on hole number 15. Gongsun Sil. She's got a proper sports jacket on there. Looking to finish on par for hole number 15, and that's exactly what she does. So she's still staying there, you know, in the running. Hasn't been getting those birdies in the last few holes. Yesterday she was in terrific form, but I think the idea is that, well, she does want to make the most of it. Needs a bit of a push there. They worked a little bit better, you would think. Park Hae-jun tees off for hole 15 using a 6 iron. Nicely played by her. Now it's Kim Na-young. Kim Na-young's done extremely well here. Park So High will go next as she tees off for hole 16, 385 meters to cover. Good form there from Park So High. Well, there goes Gwangnamilbo Sil. She tees off for hole 16. It's going to be very important for her to create something. Troubled times here all around, and Yugi now herself has gone through the motions a couple of times over. But elsewhere on the coast, things could be different as Kang Chaeyeon is carrying a 6 over, gets into a second stroke. Yugi now, who was one of the promising contenders yesterday, looking to bogey the 16th. That's going to drop it down to an 8 under, which means it's going to be a bit difficult for her. Kang Ji-soon, second stroke on hole 9. Lee Shu-ying looking to finish on par for hole 16. She's still the leader up there, which means it's been a very good run for her. And that's going to be her first, stumbling block of the day as she bogeys that. Wasn't really expecting it. Park Ju-young, meanwhile, is on to her 18th hole, second stroke. She could finish with a 9 under if she birdies this one. That's a very interesting bit of play that we're looking at. So Lee Shu-ying, well, who really led all the way. If she bogeys this, she drops down to a 10 under. She'll still maintain leadership, but she'll have 2 more holes to play for. Still the front runner in the contest and the queen of the hill currently. Well, that should clean it up for her, but keep in mind the fact that she's down to a 10 under, still as the leader, but she's got many sitting right behind her in a 9 under. And this could probably throw the contest wide open back again. Let's find out. We've still got a few golfers in there who could make the cut. But this young Chinese golfer, who's probably just 21, absolutely marvelous performance from her. Park Hae-jun aiming for birdie on hole 15. Let's not discount her. She's still very much in there. That's a bit of a rough, turn for her. Missed out on a birdie once again. Kang Chaeyeon aiming for birdie on hole 9, and she manages to get that. 71, 72 and 78 respectively in her 3 rounds. Finishes with 5 over. Park So-hye, second stroke for hole 16.
완전히 내리쳐서 여기 그냥 카트로 때린다 생각하고 그냥 이렇게 쳐요. 이렇게. 2년은 무조건 안 될 것 같아요.
Bang Shin-sil, while searching for the ball. Kang Ji-sun finishes with 73, 70 and 74 respectively and a 1-over score. She's still happy. It's been a good experience for her. That's well played. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful putt there. And that's a good bit of joy for Bai So-yoon, who finishes with 35 on the out, 37 on the in, a birdie to end the day, and a 6-under score.
조심하세요, 프로님.
Bang Shin-sil, second stroke. Well played to get herself out of a spot, and she's well got into the groove there literally. Park Ju-young would like to finish with a birdie, and if she does, it's going to be a very, very interesting one. Oh, what a narrow miss. She could have tied in for the lead there. Park Ji-young finishes and tied second, 72, 66 and 69. This is what she did in the Korea Championship too. She's been absolutely consistent with her performances. Just missed out on tying in for the lead, and she knows it. She's an absolutely stunning performer. Such a great golfer, seasoned, very talented. Got a bit of swagger, just like Park Ji-young. Jung Ji-ho needs to finish with the birdie on hole 17 to get back up to that 9-under. Oh, that's going to be a tough call as well.
그러면 친구는 안 걸리죠? 네.
그냥 들어가면 안 돼.
그냥 들어가면 끌고 잡아도 돼요.
그죠.
그냥 안에다가 떨어뜨리면.
안에다 떨어뜨려.
네. 감사합니다. 네, 들어가는 거 보고 갈게요. 네. 네. 감사합니다.
128, 120 정도 랜딩. 뒷바람. 이거? 뒷바람이 좀 있어서.
Bang Shin-sil, remember she got herself out of a spot. Did well to do that.
Third stroke here on hole 16. And I think she's just looking at her current standing drift apart a little bit. So Lee Shu-ying still at the top. Park Ju-young's finished her day's event. Kim Na-young and Park So-ha have got a chance to tie up at the top there with that 9 underscore. They're still through hole 15. This is very, very important because we're getting into that part of the contest now where we are looking at, well, changes, and there might be a few of them in store for us. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with what could be a different ending to the Happiness Country Club Open.
둘 그냥 조금씩 붙는 거야.
Park Hyun-kyung finishes with 33 on the out, 35 on the in. Looking, well, absolutely beautiful in that blue and black. Would have liked to have finished a lot higher. She's won one tournament this year. Park So-hye now aiming for birdie on hole 16. Almost did it. Almost. Hong Jun-min, third stroke for hole 17. Fairly well played by her. Another narrow miss here for Kim Na-young. There's Jung Ji-ho, second stroke for hole 18. Meanwhile, Park So-hye looking to finish on par for a hole that is close to, well, pretty much the finish for her. But I think she's done fairly well here, and it's impressive because she's back in the running in a way. Bang Chin-sil. And she's done well here. Might not be, well, chasing, well, the top after her performances. But if you just look at how things are now, Park Joo-young and Park So-hye, of course, with that 9 under. Lee Shu-ying is through hole 17. She's still on 10 under. Lee Chae-yoon with 4 over and the second stroke on hole 9. So if Lee Shu-ying can hold her own today, she's got 3 under points, but it's been just enough for her. Hasn't made too many mistakes. Did have a bogey, of course, a while back and dropped off from 11 under. But if Park Joo-young or Park So-hye catch up with her, or if she does not get a birdie here, it can turn things around in the contest. And that's going to be the big question that we're asking right now. Third stroke on hole 17. Almost missed an eagle there. And she can definitely finish with a birdie here on hole 17. So Lee Shu-ying is beginning to show,
Well, great promise here. A wonderful performance from her. And I always think to myself, what was I doing at the age of 20? Well, riding bikes, spending time out, jamming with friends. And here we go. These young ladies really tripping where it comes to talent and skill.
네, 플레이하겠습니다.
Hong Junmin will go next. Aiming for birdie on hole 17. Kim Na-young tees off for hole 17. She's still on that 8 under. And remember, this is a pretty tough call for her.
플레이하겠습니다.
And that's well played. Here goes Jung Ji-ho, who was showing great promise earlier. What a narrow miss for her. So Jung Ji-ho finishes with 70, 67 and 71. Bit of an undoing there on the third part, and she knows it, but she's finished decently well. But here's Lee Shu-ying, who's looking to get back to that 11 under. And what she does, she's staying on course to win this tournament. It's just one more hole to play for. What a performance it's been from her. And she's all smiles. She stayed in good form. She stayed in a good mood. And what an event it'll be, as I said earlier, if she claims a victory here.
멈춰주세요.
Newcomer, newbie, earned her stripes by winning the challenge to get into, the KLPGA. And this could be her first win on the tour.
golfers will just moving rather quickly to finish off their event. Remember, we're pretty much down to the last few holes. Park so high. Still got a chance to get back up to that 10-second stroke on hole 17. But remember, Lee Shuing is already up to, well, 11. And with one more hole to play for, well, it certainly looks like she's staying on course for the championship. But can anyone challenge her and avoid a tiebreaker? Well, the conditions also have been fairly cold, so it's going to be interesting. And here she is going to tee off for the last, well, hole of the event for her. It's a par 4 for the asking, hole 18. Very well played by her. Lee Chae-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 9. Unfortunately, she's carrying a 4-over score here. So Lee Shuing through hole 17, got one more hole to play for. She's on to hole 18 right now. She's got 11 under. Park Joo-young, Yoo Gi-na, and Park So-hai are on 9 under. Well, Yoo Gi-na and Park So-hai do have a chance to catch up there, but it's certainly looking like Lee Shuing might be leading the way.
Park so high. Third stroke for hole 17. It's interesting to see how she works this, and that's a fantastic approach shot. Absolutely wonderful. Marasom will aim for birdie on hole number 16. Remember, she's dropped to a 6 under, and that'll put her up to a 7 under. 2 more holes to play for. She did very well yesterday. She was going hammer and tongs along with Kim and Sol, and both of them are just, dropping off the grid later on. Nice lift there from Bangchensil. Gains a bit of ground. Oh, that is a wonderful shot from her. Beautiful approach shot. Winner of 3 events this year. She's been, making those final rounds right through. Lee Shuing. Second stroke for hole number 18. Oh, that is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And if she nails a birdie on this, I'm going to say, well, she would be the well-deserved winner here. That is an absolutely phenomenal performance. I don't think anyone was expecting this young lady to rise to the occasion and to stay on course. She's enjoyed her time on this course, and I do believe it's quite interesting to see how she has progressed.
플레이하겠습니다.
Don't forget, it was a human course on the out and the happy course on the in. Yugina, second stroke for hole 18, and she's got herself just outside the green.
대단히 감사하겠습니다. 첫 번째로 소개해드릴 선수는 올 시즌 블루팬이어 레이디스
Up next, Kim Na-young, third stroke for hole number 17.
리슨 프로입니다.
She's on an 8 under, had performed extremely well earlier.
다음으로 올 시즌 프레스 챔피언십, KLPGA 챔피언십, 내리 한국일보 챔피언십, 케이포드 놀부 파니 마스터즈에서 우승을 기록한 통산 4승의 홍정민 프로입니다.
Not a bad effort at all. Yugina. You hear the sound of the drones on top. On to a last hole for the day, and looks like she's going to finish with an even score here, which would keep her at 9 under. And that is a stunning finish there. Hong Jun Min finishes with 6 under and a birdie on the 18. That's a very positive finish for her. 36 on the out, 37 on the in. And a smile finally. She's always, well, just kept a very serious straight face. Oh, here's Kim Na-young. And she's missed out on those birdies right through today, I do believe. It's a bit unfortunate for her. Up next, it's going to be Lee Shu-ying, and she finishes with the birdie here. I'm just going to say that championship is hers. Well, she's as close can be towards nailing it. It's been a absolutely stunning performance from her. Very consistent, very rock solid. Needs to gauge this well. She'd like to finish on a high. And that's just a narrow miss, but it's not going to affect her much, because even if she just taps it in and finishes with an even score, it's still her right at the top as a leader with 11 under, 69, 68 and 68 respectively in a 3-round. Up next, Park So-hye aiming for birdie on hole number 17. She's still got a chance to tie in there at the top. Oh, that could have been a game changer had she got that right. We'll have to tap it in and she'll stay at that 9 under. Yugi now will finish well with the 9 under, 67, 69 and 71. Not a best showing on the final day. Bang Sin-sil could have finished with a birdie there. It's been a tough ride for her, but Lee Shu-ying, she'll accept the applause and she certainly deserves it. What a performance from her. Meanwhile, Bang Sin-sil Bang Sin-sil
343, 533, 533. 네, 맞아요. 볼까? 435, 444, 533, 543, 453. 19번 그 거기부터 44, 543, 544.
Lee Shu-ying can't believe her performance as well. Wasn't expecting that. Really looks like a kid in a candy shop. Well, I'd be there in that same position. What an amazing performance. Park So-hye will tee off for hole 18. Kim and Sol goes next. Does escape the beach, but will get slightly onto the rough. Not too much of a worry here. Kim Na-young 8 with 8 under. He's off for hole 18. Park Hae-jun, who's had her own share of worries. Second stroke on hole 17. Unless somebody nails an eagle here, it does look like it's going to be Lee Shu-ying all the way. Challenging times for most of our golfers. It did shine yesterday, but it doesn't make a difference. So Kim Na-young has 122 meters to cover. She's on 8 under. Remember, the best she could finish with is a 9 under. And I'm really looking at now, well, who's going to win or who's going to, really stay. Well, in the running for the top. Bang Sun-sil. She could have been one of those who would have won. Terrific placement once again from her, and that's what she does. She's got the ability to make it count. Park So-hye. She's got a 9 under, goes on to a second stroke for hole 18. She will employ an 8 iron. Park Hae-jun will aim for eagle on hole number 17. And that's just slipped out. A bit unfortunate for her. Came in at a fairly strong, knock. And just practicing her moves in case somebody, has to, tie in with the score. Do love those ribbons that she's got on there. She really did look like a kid in a candy shop, at the end where she was getting her points down. There's always a chance of an eagle. And if somebody can do that, well, it can change things around. So Park So-hye will go on next. Chance to finish with a birdie here. Sometimes the journey when the ball travels can be the most painful for a golfer. So if she finishes with an on par, she'll keep it to a 9, well under. And Park Hae-jun goes back up to a 9 under. One more hole to play for and anything is possible. Finally a smile from her as well. Hyun Se-lin aiming for birdie on hole 9. Just a narrow miss, I do believe, for her. And an easy cleanup. 71, 73 and 71 with a 1 under score to finish it with for Hyun Se-lin. Can Kim Na-young finish her day's event with a birdie? She's on 8 under. The answer is almost. Could have just cleaned that up. But unfortunate for her. She was going great guns yesterday too, just like Kim Min-sol, Mara Song, Yugi Na. They were right at the top of their game. Almost a positive for Bang Shin-sil. A gentle turn at the end. That's a stubborn little ball for certain. She'll clean it up there for an even score. And Bang Shin-sil will finish the tournament with a 7 under, 69 and 67 respectively in the first 2 rounds. But that 73 was a stumbling block for her in round 3. Park Hae-jun will tee off for hole number 18.
Okay.
Well, she's going to try and drive this a bit further. Probably try and aim for an eagle if she can. It's got a good bit of distance there on the fairways. Kim Na-young looking to finish her tournament, and she does with an even score. 69 and 67 in those last 2 rounds. At 72 wasn't the most impressive, and she knows it, but she'd be glad to have finished the event. .71 on round 3 for Park So-hye. Could have caught up with the top there, but she had 68 in round 1 and 2 respectively. And the trek will continue now to the next challenge for our golfers.
11년들아 못 해봐. 그러니까 이길이나 여기 몰라. 못 해봐. 홍보에 나가야 돼. 앉아. 끝까지 보고 가야 돼. 아직 멀었어. 만원 줬어. 아, 지금 우리 돈 얼마 투자해갖고 왔어.
Madason. The last few golfers here, second stroke on hole 18. This approach will matter for her. She's stuck with that 8 under. Terrific placement from Madason.
한 50cm. 뭔 사람?
왼쪽 괜찮다.
공만 치려 생각하면 돼.
Park Hae-jun with her approach shot. And that's going to stay plumb there on the green.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
사진이 있나?
알아서 하겠지. 잘했다.
That's well played. But just falling short of hitting the green.
광남일보 해피니스 오픈 대망의 파이널 라운드. 치열한 명승부가 이제 막바지에 달아나고 있습니다. 마지막까지 최선을 다하는 선수를 이제 제가 차례로 소개해드리면 큰 박수로 맞이해주시면 감사하겠습니다. 이제 마지막 챔피언 조만 남았네요. 먼저 소개해드릴 선수는 올 시즌 넥센 세이트나인 마스터즈에서 2위를 기록한 통산 4승의 마다손 프로입니다. 다음으로 올 시즌 롯데오픈에서 첫 우승을 달성한 박태준 프로를 소개합니다. 마지막으로 올 시즌 비스카니 한
So, as we're getting to the final bit of the event, quick announcements there.
통산 2승의 김민솔 프로입니다.
Lee Shuing while sitting there. What a moment for her to be regarded as one of the big contenders now in an event where she wasn't even expecting that, but really more power to her. And it really goes to show that if you work hard, the KLPGA has room for all talent for when it will shine on that particular day. And she's playing against all her Korean counterparts. I think it's a great moment of joy. Let's not forget also these golfers, from Korea Republic. They're absolutely friendly and encouraging. Park Hae-jun is having her moment too.
Nice gentle push here. Kim and Sol. .74 in the final round. She drops to a 6 under, 67 in round 1, 69 in round 2. She was perfect in round 1. Bit unfortunate for her.
그래.
Park Hae-jun rolling in for birdie on hole number 18. That's going to be a narrow miss for her. She'll have to clean it up with an on-par finish. Accept that gracefully. Mara Som, chance here to finish her event on a positive. Oh, that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful way to finish off her event. Mara Som, 68 and 67 respectively in round 1 and 2. But what a fine finish, even though she's amassed 72 here. And she'll be happy. Park Hae-jun. And she'd be glad to finish off.
이쪽으로 좀 나와서 준비하고 그린에 좀 나오세요.
And Lee Shuing, well, definitely the winner here. And she was just writing out a speech, I think, to say it in Korean. Remember, she comes from China. And what a win here. Her first win on the KLPGA after winning the challenge event. And she'll get the customary dousing with water, finally. And that's an honor for the champ. She's already got, well, she certainly got the whole treatment. Well, it's a first win, you'd expect that. And she's already got a few friends here on the tour. And they're all not going to hug her tight because she's fully soaked.
진짜 말 안 돼.
방송 카메라 먼저 보고 빨리 이거 뭐 포즈 한번
어디야?
카메라 올라가면은
What a win here. What a story to write in the 2025 KLPGA. Lee Shuing. That's an absolutely phenomenal event.
자 이쪽으로 와서 이쪽 카메라 보고
아니야, 하지 마라. 안 돼?
이쪽으로 좀 이쪽으로
So 180 million Korean won, that's what she'll take home. Remember what I said, the top prize winner, of course, gets 180 million Korean won, which is 696,917 US dollars. That is, of course, the main prize money of 1 billion Korean won. But Lee Shuing will take home 125,436 US dollars, converted from 180 million Korean won. The second prize winner, the runner-up, will get 110 million Korean won. That is 76,675 USD. And that might be shared depending on how many have finished there. Right in that second position, the third placed or the second runner-up will get 80 million Korean won or 55,763.50 USD. Let's very quickly take a look, at how that leaderboard finished off. And I think that's Lee Shuing's parents. Tears of joy, first win. They will be emotional, there's, well, no doubt about it. Well, I would be too. Well, to see your, daughter doing extremely well, winning a first event on the KLPGA, what a stepping stone it is for her. And this won't be the only one. It's definitely going to be the first of many to come. Executed her event in a very professional manner. Did exceptionally well here today. And I think that that's what really counts. It was a fairly pleasant day for all of us. Temperature, well, did dip a little bit, and with those wind speeds going up, and now temperatures at 15 degrees Celsius, which is why it's got fairly chilly, fairly cold. And just glimpses of, Lee Shuing earlier. Just an outstanding bit of form from her. And really played copybook golf in these last 3 days. What a joy. So, not baptism by fire, but baptism by victory in the KLPGA and baptism by true water. She certainly got a lot of it, and that's what happens when you win your first ever event anyways. And it's really a sign of appreciation or acceptance more than anything else. So Lee Shuing, now very much not just a part of the KLPGA, but a strong contender. And she will return to her next event as a
네,
force to reckon
안녕하세요.
with.
류싱 프로입니다. 감사합니다. 진짜 아직 꿈 같고 좀 현실성이 많이 떨어져서 우승을 했는데 아직 실감이 잘 안 나는 것 같아요. 네. 칩인 버디요? 네. 사실 위기 상황이어가지고 조금 걱정을 많이 했던 것 같습니다. 근데 어프로치를 했는데 또 랜딩도 너무 좋고 그게 또 너무 사실 티샷도 조금 미스였는데 티샷 미스에 세컨도 미스를 해서 그냥 안전하게 파세이브를 하고 넘어갔으면 좋겠다라고 생각을 했는데 그게 또 운 좋게 들어가면서 흐름이 되게 좋다고 생각을 했던 것 같습니다. 제가 타수를 후반에는 진짜 전혀 몰라가지고 저는 제가 그때 보기를 한다고 해서 뭐 그렇게 많이 차이 나는지도 잘 몰랐고 그러고 보기를 해도 괜찮다라고 생각했는데 진짜 보기를 하니까 조금 마음이 조금 그랬는데 오빠한테 물어봤거든요. 혹시 저 아직도 우승권에 있냐고 그랬는데 말을 잘 안 해주시더라고요. 그래가지고 아니요, 저 10번 홀에 한 번 보고 후반에는 못 봤습니다. 네. 네, 그래서 17번 홀 또 바운스백 하면서 아직 우승권이라고 해서 그냥 좀 더 편하고 더 한타라도 더 끝날 때까지 잘해보자라고 생각했던 것 같습니다. 네. 네. 와, 진짜 너무 꿈 같고 너무 행복한 순간인 것 같아요. 어릴 때부터 너무 꿈꿔왔던 순간이고 너무 TV에서만 보던 자리에 제가 서 있다는 게 아직 믿기지 않고 사실 좀 더 많은 도전을 하고 싶었던 올해였는데 너무 좋게 우승까지 할 수 있어서 제 목표를 이룰 수 있어서 너무 감사하고 더 열심히 하는 더 잘하는 선수가 되겠습니다. 감사합니다. 네, 감사합니다.
Well, fluently spoken there. Very well done with the interview, and spoken fluent Korean as well. Lee Shu-ying, really quite a role model, especially for young golfers. Very quickly, let's run through the highlights that were. And we've had some glorious moments here. Lee Shu-ying right there on hole number 2. And she really started to show, what she was going to bring to, the table today with that. Meanwhile, Park So-hye aimed for a birdie on hole number 2. And that was a stunning finish from her. Elsewhere on the 4th hole, another stunning finish there that we looked at. And then Bang Shin-sil, birding that. It would be one of the few great moments that she had. Missed out on a whole lot of birdies for the rest of the day. But on the 7th hole, she was back again. Lee Shu-ying really did everything that she could. Had a bogey on the 4th hole, but birdies on the 2nd and 7th, and she was at 8 under at that point of time. Then on the 8th hole, she was back again, still in tied 4th. It was a steady climb for her, and another birdie would take her up to a tied 3rd, and this is what happened. She kept climbing while all the other golfers kept dropping off the grid who were at the top. Meanwhile, Park So-hye on hole number 8 had an absolutely terrific tee off. And that birdie, of course, would keep her on the running, put her right at the top in tied 1st, and she was going great guns till that point of time. But on the 9th hole, Park So-hye would return once again to get herself back close to the destination. And that was the turning point, in her event, where she started dropping off the grid. On the 10th hole, meanwhile, Lee Shu-ying finished once again with a birdie, and she would go up to, join 2 others at the top as a co-leader. Meanwhile, Park So-hye, who was right there with 10 under, landed up bogeying the hole, and that kind of started seeing her move out of the running as the main contender, and she would continue in that same vein, because on the 14th hole, straight off
from an extremely difficult spot. And this was probably, for my money, the shot of the day. Look at how that ball moved and then turned back to find its way in. It's almost like, well, it was obeying, well, Lee Shuing, and that's where she got that 11 under by hole 14. On the 17th hole, well, Park Chu-young also came fairly close, finished with the birdie, went in at 9 under, and, well, Park Chu-young needed she just needed one birdie to tie in with Lee Shuing, because Lee Shuing would go on to miss out and would, of course, drop a point on hole 15. And that was probably the only blemish in her entire performance today, besides that bogey on the 4th. So she would drop to a 10 under but still maintain her top position. But on the 18th hole, Park Chu-young needed to birdie this to tie the top with Lee Shuing on 10 points. And she just narrowly missed out on it and would have to settle for, well, a 9 under in a tied second position. Meanwhile, on the 17th hole, Lee Shuing was still on 10 under, needed to claim her spot back, missed out on a birdie here. You would think, but no, she got herself a birdie on hole 17 to go back up to 11 under. And then on the 18th hole, would have liked to have finished with the 12 under, had a very good approach shot. And, well, she would have finished. It was a slight miss for her, but she would still keep that 11 under score. And I think that was the important part at this part of the event for her. So that was it. Lee Shuing finishing with 69, 68 and 68. The best performer of the golfers here. And 11 under score. Meanwhile, on the 17th hole, the chance of catching up was left to Park Hae-jun, who could have finished with an eagle. But, well, that lipped out for her. That would have just been a game changer in this event. So Park Hae-jun narrowly missing out. And that was Lee Shuing finally realizing that she'd won it. I said kid in a candy shop, and that's what she is, 21 years old. Her earnings now have crossed $1 million US, well over. She's played around the world and finally down to the prize presentation. It's a special day in the KLPGA to have not just another nationality winning the tournament, but also somebody who's so well fused herself into the KLPGA system. Stay with us.
마지막으로 광주은행의 고명일 은행장님을 소개합니다. 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다. 자, 이제 본격적인 시상식을 시작하겠습니다. 오늘 시상은 특별상 그리고 우승자 시상 순으로 진행합니다. 먼저 특별상 부문에 대한 시상식이 있겠습니다. 홀인원 시상인데요. 이번 대회 홀인원은 대회 코스 15번 홀에 렉스필에서 제공하는 카르마제 큐 매트리스가 준비되어 있었습니다. 하지만 아쉽게 이번 대회에서는 홀인원이 나오지 않았고요. 홀인원을 기록한 선수가 있었다면 악수라도 청해봤을 텐데 조금 아쉽고요. 내년 대회를 한번 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 바로 이어서 다음은 코스 레코드 시상입니다. KLPGA 투어가 처음으로 개최된 해피니스 컨트리 클럽에서 3일 동안 가장 좋은 스코어를 기록한 선수에게 주는 상인데요. 수상자에게는 해피니스 컨트리 클럽에서 300만 원의 상금을 제공합니다. 시상은 해피니스 컨트리 클럽 차재진 대표이사님과 나주시 윤병태 시장님께서 함께 도와주시겠습니다. 먼저 차재진 대표이사님을 앞쪽으로 먼저 모실게요. 자, 수상자를 호명합니다.
Well, I do believe that Park Hae-jun would have had the best well round, or the most well impressive round. She will be facilitated for it. Always got a nice smile on her face, always very bright. Another one of those amazing, and that's the course record. Well, she'll pick up, with it's 3 million Korean won.
전달해 주시겠고요. 이어서 윤병태 시장님께서 바로 꽃다발과 그리고 천연 염색 스카프까지 함께 전달을 하도록
Park Hae-jun is there with Park Chu-young, Ma Da-som, Yuki Na and Park So-hae, all runners up. well, in this event.
염색 스카프를 부상으로 또 예쁘게 걸어주었고요. 박혜준 프로 꽃다발까지 함께 전해드렸습니다. 윤병태 시장님과 차재진 대표이사님 그리고 박혜준 프로 함께 사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 코스 레코드 대표를 시상하는 우리 박혜준 프로에게 따뜻한 박수 한 번 더 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 감사합니다. 자리로 모시도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이제 오늘의 하이라이트인 우승자 시상을 진행하겠습니다. 시간을 머무는 곳이 천년고도 나주에서 펼쳐진 광남일보 해피니스 오픈.
That's definitely, well, Lee Shu-ying's parents. They are overcome with emotion, overcome with joy. There's tears of joy there for this young lady who's not just done them proud. And I did say this, so often we have, you know, parents that turn up. You've got family, friends, fans. And Lee Shu-ying will definitely have fans now as she gets the victory drive right across the bridge towards, well, picking or claiming the spoils here. Absolutely fantastic. What a joy here. What a lovely moment. So 180 million Korean won, 127,000 plus here for Lee Shu-ying, 21 years old from China, and she's done well in her first season in the Korean LPGA. What an event here. She moves up to claim, well, the championship. This will be an event to talk about. Her proud parents looking on, and they will be well in focus, no doubt about it. And unlike the regular winner's jacket, well, she gets the traditional, well, Korean outfit, and that suits her perfectly. Well, that is an amazing moment. What an absolute joy here for this young girl. And what a joy for all of us to be actually a part of history in a way. We've had Japanese golfers, we've had Thai golfers, you know, actually make the cut. But Lee Shu-ying has written her name in the KLPGA books. And there she is with the inaugural Happiness Country Club Open, played right here at the Happiness Country Club, where we did have the, well, happiness course, the happy course and the human course, well, that was employed for the event. New addition here to the KLPGA calendar in 2025, and the winner's check, 180 million Korean won. And for her parents, that money doesn't mean anything. It's really all about making a start here. This is a day for them to celebrate and to remember. And well, we wish, of course, Lee Shu-ying all the very best. We hope the first of many more to come in the KLPGA.
우승자 부상인 넥스필 G1 SS 매트리스와 또 클린트 주얼리 세트를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 오늘 우승자 부상까지 함께하는 리 슈잉 선수에게 다시 한번
Every golfer gets their moment in the sun. And what a moment here for this young lady.
윤병태 시장님께서 이번 대회 우승자를 위해 직접 준비해 주신 나주의 특산품이죠. 천연 염색 스카프와 함께 꽃다발을 전해 주시겠습니다. 네, 또 역시나 대회 컬러인 멋진 푸른색으로 저희 나주의 특산품 천연 염색 스카프를 직접
The winner's sash.
들어주는데요. 오늘 우승 자켓인 푸른색의
Let's remind you that while we talk about this, we've got just 2 more golf events left after the Happiness Country Club Open. And those 2 events, of course, will be the S-Oil Championship that kicks off on the 2nd. That'll kick off next week and ends on the 2nd of November. My good friend Adam will be taking you through that. And then, of course, I'll be back on the 9th of November to join you for the Daewoo House D Open. Lee Shu-ying finishing at the top of the heap as a champion. Park Hae-jun, Park Ju-yong, Mada Som, Yuki Na, and Park So-hai. That quintet sharing the tied 2nd position, with a tied 7th, of course, being followed by Jun Yu-ri, Jung Ji-ho, and Kim Na-young. Jong Yun-ji and Bang Shin-sil, who were front runners, finished in tied 10th. Well, that's it from me, Glenn Mascarenas, and it's time for me to shut shop and ship out of here, and I'll be back with you for the Daewoo House D Open. And that happens, well, that finale will be on the 9th of November. But till then, don't forget to join us back again on the 2nd of November when Adam takes over for the S-Oil Championship. And stay with us right till the end of the KLPGA season. Thank you so much for being with us. Do have a lovely rest of this Sunday. And from me and the entire team, including our producer John Kim and director, it is time to say bye-bye for now.
여기야?